It is Region 1B Championship night here in Alta Vista, Virginia, where the Rappahannock County Panthers have traveled 150 miles to play this number one seed Alta Vista Colonels team, who is 6-4 in their regular play. Welcome to the broadcast brought to you by RC Sports Network. This is Cameron Whalen coming to you live from Alta Vista, Virginia, where again Rappahannock County is number two seed in the region, playing against the homestanding Alta Vista Colonels team, who is the number one team in the region. Once again, welcome to the pregame show here. We're going to go into a few quick things. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to go straight into our process of this game. So if you have not been to a game in COVID time, most likely we will not be doing a tip-off. We may not even do starting lineups. However, we might do an anthem. So usually the visiting team gets choice at who gets ball, and they will go from there. But this Panther team, 15 players. 5 players were brought up from JV. 10 are the original varsity. Isaac Shulin, Andrew Deal, Ryan Deal, Nolan Prince, and Hunter Compton are the 5 JV players who have been brought up to this varsity squad. And once again, I'd like to welcome you into the Region 1B Championship game here in Alta Vista, Virginia. If our video is a little bit bad, apologies. Our internet isn't the best, but it's good enough to get video out. So apologies if it looks bad, but at least we can get a scoreboard and audio to you. So if our video doesn't keep up, we can go to that. So without further ado, let's get into our first part of our pregame show, which will be what the Panthers need to do, and we'll go into our defensive segment. The Panthers defense has been really good to start off games. Here is their game against Riverheads, which was Thursday, and you can see most of their defense comes from inside. It's more of a big man defense. However, the Panthers have a way to find their defense find their scoring off of defense. There's a lot of fast break opportunities usually for the Panthers, and that's one thing that they have to keep up tonight is their strong defense inside and their way to score quickly off of fast breaks. And again, teams that always go in usually are bombarded by the 3 big guys, Luke Ellis, Josh Jones, and of course, Mason Ramey. I'm trying to find my screen here, so apologies. Apologies, I'm getting used to this again. This is my first stream of the year since COVID hit, so please excuse any unprofessional mistakes here. It's been a long time. Seriously, it has been a long time, and I just lost my camera there. So it's been a very long time, to say the least. And I lost my camera there again. I'm going to have to go through that in a second. But overall, these two teams are looking pretty good, to say the least. It's truly something that not only have these teams worked hard throughout this season, but they're also in a place that most teams are dreaming to get to, especially because this game will decide the team that goes to states. And now I have my camera. So anyway, we'll be back right after this, about 20 minutes until tip-off here. Alta Vista versus the number one Alta Vista versus the number 2 Rappahannock County. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Region 1B Championship here from Alta Vista, where Rappahannock County has traveled 150 miles to contend for a trophy. The first time in program history the Panthers are in the Region 1B Championship to contend for a trophy. And as we said in our previous segment, Panther defense is going to be one of the biggest possibilities to keep this streak alive for the Panthers. They have a 3-game win streak, once against the Luray Bulldogs in the final game of the regular season. And then they beat Riverheads last Thursday to propel themselves to this point today. And as you may know, this game, along with the girls' game that happened earlier today, went through a lot of postponements and a lot of changes. The game was originally scheduled for, I believe, Friday at 5 o'clock, but it has been moved due to the bad weather and the ice to tonight at 6 o'clock. And I'll get more into that as the game progresses because I have a slide for that. But overall, it's been a roller coaster of emotions, and certainly it'll be one tonight if it hasn't been one over the season. But one thing that the Panthers have as a keepsake would be their point guard, Grant Lillard. And we'll go more into him right now. Grant is honestly, one of the pieces of the puzzle that just keeps the team together. Grant is a playmaker and an easy scorer, to say the least. More or less, he's a defensive player. As you can see, more steals and more fast break opportunities that go through him. But he's also a good scorer. He's usually one of the top scorers for the Panthers. But overall, a great player all around. And one player that the Colonels really have to look out for tonight. And that would be number 23, Grant Lillard. Well, we got about 14 and a half minutes before this game gets underway. We'll be back with you in about 7 or so to finish up our pregame show here. This is Panther Sports, brought to you by Rappahannock County Sports Network. And we'll be back with you right after this. Panther basketball here live from Alta Vista, Virginia, where the second seed Panthers have traveled to play the number one seed Alta Vista Colonels for what could be the first region title in Panther sports history for the boys. And we have about 4.5 minutes before we get this game started, so we have rosters here for you tonight. For the home standing Colonels, head coach Casey Johnson, assistant coaches Roger Woodruff, DeMichael Lee, and Ryan Mitchell. At guard is senior number 0, Jalen Jones. Forward, junior number 1, Alex Johnson. Shooting guard, senior number 2, Andrew Duff. Guard, junior number 3, Markel Dawkins. Point guard, junior number 4, Ben Tweedy. Freshman number 5, Colby Haskins. Freshman number 10, Ross Farmer. Power forward, sophomore number 15, Jerron Barksdale. Sophomore guard number 20, Ryan Hart. Junior guard number 22, Donald Reynolds. Sophomore forward number 24, Stuart Hunt. And junior forward number 30, Randall Ford. That is the home standing Colonels roster for tonight. And for the visiting Rappahannock County Panthers, junior number 2, Matthew Pullen. Freshman number 3, Isaac Shulin. Junior number 4, John Mullins. Senior number 5, Chase Wharton. Junior number 10, Josh Jones. Junior number 11, Tyler Stringfellow. Junior number 12, Luke Ellis. Junior number 20, Owen DeVell. Senior number 22, Hunter Boyce. Junior number 23, Grant Lillard. Freshman number 24, Hunter Compton. Junior number 30, Mason Ramey. Freshman number 32, Andrew Deal. Freshman number 34, Ryan Deal. And freshman number 44, Nolan Prince. The Panthers are led by Coach Colton Ball with assistants Jordan Orndorff and Steven Matichak. That is your Panther pregame show on the Rappahannock County Sports Network. We'll be back in about 2.5 minutes, maybe 3, to start the Region 1B Championship game here from Alta Vista, Virginia. We'll be back to you right after this. The starting lineups have been called. And the visiting Panthers will get opening quote tip here to start tonight's game. Ramey to pass it in to Lillard to start tonight's Region 1B Championship. And we are underway here in Alta Vista, Virginia. Lillard is the one at the top of the key. He looks inside to Matthew Pullen. Pullen goes high post Mason Ramey to Grant Lillard, who goes off balance shot. Mason Ramey. That one will get batted around and it'll go to Alta Vista. First possession of Alta Vista for tonight. Tweedy with the ball now for the Colonels. He gives it off to Dawkins. Dawkins in the corner. And that's Jalen Jones with the ball. Goes back outside Stuart Hunt. That rattles around and drops, and it'll be the first points of the game going towards Alta Vista. Grant Lillard taking the ball up for the Panthers. Looks around at his options, finds Matthew Pullen back to Grant Lillard. He goes inside Mason Ramey. That's batted around. Grant Lillard picks it up. Mason Ramey inside. No whistle, but he will get the bucket. That's the Panthers' first points of tonight's Region 1B Championship. It's a tying game at 2-2. Tweedy with the ball. Goes to the right wing with it. Back up top. And now it's Jones. He gets it inside to Dawkins. Goes back outside three. Now he goes inside. And now go back out to Tweedy, and there's a foul on the floor. 23, Grant Lillard on the foul. That's his first personal foul of the night and the team's first. I'm trying to keep stats here and they won't be accurate, so please bear with me. That shot won't go. And that'll be Jones inside, counted, and the foul. The foul goes on 30. Mason Ramey, that's his first, second on the team. Jones at the line, one shot. And that attempt is no good. The Panthers will take it back. 6:05 left in the opening quarter of play. Pullen with the ball nearing the top of the key. Goes to the high post to Hunter Boyce. Boyce takes it at the top. Goes to Grant Lillard. Lillard going off to the left side. Goes Matthew Pullen inside. Pullen off the glass. Trying to get my score together. I'm not used to keeping score and clock and stats at the same time, so please bear with me. It'll be Hunt in the right corner, and it goes up to the top of the key. That one doesn't go. That comes from Hart, and we're going the other way. Lillard loses it, and it's recovered by the Colonels. Hunt off the glass, and that is a 6-4 advantage for the homestanding Colonels. Mason Ramey inside. He goes off the glass. That doesn't go. And it'll be batted to Tweedy. Nice play there by the Colonels. And it's 8-4. With just inside 5 minutes remaining in tonight's first quarter of the Region 1B Championship game. Matthew Pullen on the left side goes inside Hunter Boyce. He loses it. And that's batted away, and it'll go the other way. Tweedy. Now Grant Lillard picking it up, just like we mentioned in our pregame show. Lillard shot is off, and he picks up his own rebound. Lillard gets it to Ramey on the right wing. Goes inside Matthew Pullen. That's batted around. Ramey picks it up, and there's a foul call on the floor. Andrew Duff with his first foul for the Colonels. It'll be Mason Ramey at the line, 2 shots. And the first shot from Ramey goes. It's now an 8-5 game. Ramey for his second attempt. And that does not hit much of anything besides a bottom portion in the net. It'll be Colonel Ball to resume play. Jones taking the ball up for the Colonels. He goes inside to Hunt. Hunt dribbling around, lost it and recovered it. Hunt. And that's a nice shot there. That puts the Colonels 10-5. That was Hart with the shot. Grant Lillard looking around his options, goes inside, shot all by himself. That drops. Grant Lillard with his first points of tonight's game. And it is now a 10-7 game, Alta Vista advantage. Johnson. Hunt in the corner, no good. Grant Lillard picked it up, and now there's a foul on the floor. With 3:32, it's a foul on Markel Dawkins. Or my correction, it's Jalen Jones on the foul. Grant Lillard taking the ball up now for the Panthers. Lillard looks, Matthew Pullen. Shot doesn't go off the front of the iron. It'll be rebounded by Alta Vista, and we're going the other way. Johnson. He gets it to Dawkins. Dawkins will set the play up for the Colonels. Johnson back outside to Jones. Jones drives in, and that won't go. Grant Lillard picking it up again, and we're going back the other way. Luke Ellis on the baseline, gets it outside. Hunter Boyce could have taken a shot, but didn't do it. Said he drives in on the baseline. Boyce with the shot, rocks around, but doesn't go. It'll be Panther ball off the outer bounds. Coming in for the Panthers will be John Mullins and Josh Jones. They'll be replacing Matthew Pullen and Luke Ellis on the floor. And on the floor for the Colonels will be returning Ben Tweedy. My clock is still running, my apologies. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And play resumes. Hunter Boyce gets it to John Mullins for a three that goes off just the wrong side of the iron. And we'll be going the other way. It's a Panther foul on the floor as Hunter Boyce hammers Dawkins. That'll be Hunter's first foul of tonight's game. It's team's third. And it'll be an on-the-floor foul. It'll be Tweedy, and he gets it to Johnson. Johnson on the left wing. Goes back to Tweedy at nearing the top of the key. Hunt on the inside. He's on the baseline. Swivels around Jones for the easy bucket. That was a good play there by Hunt. And it is now a 12-7 game for Alta Vista's advantage. Grant Lillard all by himself. No, but the foul is there. And I missed the clock again. And there is a timeout on the floor. Panthers call a timeout. It'll be their first timeout of the night. We'll take a brief timeout here, and we'll be back right after this. Back now live in Alta Vista. And if you can read it, one of their notable alumni from Alta Vista is Juan Thornhill, a basketball star who hit 1,000 points, and he had 1,182 in his career from 2011 to 2015. Truly a remarkable player. Johnson looks to the left, and he finds Dawkins looking inside, but instead keeps it. Johnson, and now Hunt. Hunt in the corner for Dawkins for 3. That won't go. It's too much. Johnson with the rebound. Excuse me, Duff with the rebound, and that shot will go. My clock is messing up. I thought I hit start, but I didn't. Lillard taking the ball up for the Panthers. Loses it and recovers it, gets it outside to John Mullins. That'll be going the other way off the missed shot. Dawkins takes it all by himself, but there is an offensive foul on the floor, and Grant Lillard is on the deck. Grant Lillard is slow to get up there. That's something that the Panther fans do not want to see. As Grant Lillard is arguably the heart and soul of this Panther team. Josh Jones off the floor for the Panthers. 105, it's a 14-7 game. Alta Vista with the advantage here. And play resumes. Grant Lillard taking the ball up for the Panthers. If you're just joining us, welcome into the Region 1B Championship game. Rappahannock County trails to Alta Vista 14-7 with 52.1 seconds remaining in the opening quarter of play here. John Mullins, right corner to Mason Ramey, who's also in the right corner. He loses it, and Hunt recovers it for the Colonels. It's an overhead pass to Jones for the shot. Lillard to Mullins, back to Lillard, who's nearing the top of the key. He goes over John Mullins' left corner. Hunter Boyce all by himself. It's a 16-9 game. Alta Vista leads with about 10 seconds left in this opening quarter of play. Hunt in the right corner. Takes it, and the shot is good from Hunt. And that'll conclude the first quarter. Alta Vista leads 18-9 going into this one. And an eventful first quarter starts with an Alta Vista lead here. And we'll be back right after this for the second round of Panther basketball in the Region 1B Championship. Back with you right after this. A quarter that might want to be forgotten so far. It's 18-9 starting off in this Region 1B Championship. Alta Vista leads, and we're just getting started here, folks. It'll be Alta Vista ball to start the second quarter. And I forgot to set my clock. Excuse me for just a second. Play resumes. Jones nearing the top of the key. Still with it. He gets it off to Hunt on the left wing. Goes inside to Tweedy. That shot's no good. Matthew Pullen with the big rebound there. And he takes it up. John Mullins almost lost it. Mullins inside Mason Ramey. What a play! And that was a great play from Mullins and Mason Ramey to start a little bit of a spark. Hunt, three-pointer, that drops. And just like that, Alta Vista has their response. And that was just not a great call there by the Panthers. And there is a Panther timeout on the floor. We'll take a brief break here. Following that, we'll be right back after this. Well, a start that the Panthers didn't really want. It's 21-11. Going into 1 minute down in the second quarter. Once again, 21-11 game. Alta Vista leads by a hefty margin. It'll be Alta Vista ball underneath the basket. And play resumes here. Dawkins gets it to Jones. Jones inside to Hunt. Back outside for a three-pointer. That drops. And Alta Vista staying hot. It's 24-11. Lillard finds Matthew Pullen. Pullen takes a baseline inside Mason Ramey. That is no good, but the foul is present. And that is the third team foul for the Colonels. Mason Ramey at the line for the Panthers, 2 shots. First free throw, it does not go. And one thing that the Panthers need to do is make their foul shots. Ramey, however, does not for this attempt. Jones taking the ball up at the top of the key, drives in, hands it off to Hunt. Hunt loses it and recovers, and he gets it to Dawkins. Dawkins does not go, and that shot will. Grant Lillard taking the ball up, gets it to Luke Ellis in the left, to Hunter Boyce, over to Grant Lillard. Lillard takes it inside, gets it to Mason Ramey, all by himself, it doesn't go. And they'll be taking it the other way, Alta Vista. And that shot goes. That shot from Ryan Hart goes. And it is a 28-11 game here for Alta Vista. Lillard on the left side to Pullen, back to Lillard. To Pullen again. Hunter Boyce on the left gets it inside Mason Ramey just about. Ramey, swish. And that's the first Panther points within the last 2 minutes. Randall Ford, and now it's Hart. Jones inside Dawkins. Dawkins takes it back out. Hunt underneath, no good. Hunter Boyce just about holding on to it, and he finally does get it. Grant Lillard taking the ball up. Hunter Boyce alone, could have taken a shot but didn't do it. Lillard inside from Pullen to Ramey, and now that's blocked away. And it'll be going Alta Vista ball with 4:33 remaining in the first half. We got a substitution on the floor. Jones taking it up. He goes inside all by himself. That was Johnson, and he gets it outside to Duff. That shot's no good. And Dawkins gets the rebound. Duff, good. Josh Jones on the floor for the Panthers. John Mullins as well. Mullins replaces Hunter Boyce. Jones replaces Mason Ramey on the floor. Lillard takes it almost inside by himself, and that's taken away immediately. Great defense there by Alta Vista. And we're going the other way. Jones looks left to Duff. Johnson in the right corner. Back to Duff. Inside Jones. He takes it back out. Duff in the corner. 3, good. Grant Lillard. Free throw line, no good. John Mullins picking up the rebound. He gets it, no good. Duff with the rebound, and we're going the other way. Dawkins taking the ball up. He loses it from Josh Jones. And now there's a jump ball call on the floor. It'll be Panther ball off of that. There'll be Hunt and Hart on the floor for Alta Vista. 3:13 remaining on the clock for the first half of play. Grant Lillard taking the ball up for the Panthers. He looks to pull in now. John Mullins takes it inside just a bit for the shot. That doesn't go, and it'll be Hunt with the rebound. Now John Mullins pokes it away. And now it'll be taken again, but he stepped out of bounds. It'll be Panther ball. That was a good play by Hart. Only if he would have stayed in bounds, it would have been a monumental play. And we have a substitution on the floor. Mason Ramey returning, taking Matthew Pullen off the floor. Mullins to inbounds. And play resumes. Grant Lillard in the right corner, left corner. Mason Ramey outside Luke Ellis. Luke Ellis pokes it into Josh Jones, just about stolen. Josh Jones off the back of the iron, no good. Will be going the other way. Alta Vista with just over 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Hart with the ball. Gets it off to Johnson. And then he'll go inside to Hunt. Hunt, count the, no shot there, but there is the foul. And that is the 4th team foul on the Panthers. It'll be Luke Ellis's first. Hunt at the line for Alta Vista for 2 shots. First shot doesn't go, which is something that the Panthers really wanted and needed there. That second shot doesn't go, and play resumes. Alta Vista picks up the ball. Hart gets it off. Now Johnson in the right corner. He gets it back to Hart. Johnson over. 3-pointer from Donald Reynolds, no good. However, Alta Vista picks up the rebound. That's one thing that the Panthers need to wake up on is rebounding on both sides of the floor, let alone defense. And that is a rattler 3 from Hart. Just inside 2 minutes here to play. The Panthers trail 36-13 with 1 minute and 40 left in the first half. That ball will go out of bounds. It'll be Alta Vista ball. And there's a Panther substitution on the floor. Hunter Boyce replacing Luke Ellis on the floor. Hunt inside. Defense coming from Josh Jones. That shot goes up no good. John Mullins had it and got poked away. It'll be Panther ball, however. Jones and Tweedy on the floor for Alta Vista, with the addition of Randall Ford. And the Panthers really need a spark here, as their last points haven't come in 4 minutes. That's something to get excited over. That's a great play by Grant Lillard to look inside to Mason Ramey for the easy points. Reynolds no good. Grant Lillard inside 1 minute. Grant Lillard. That shot won't go. Josh Jones inside, and it'll be taken the other way with 36 seconds left in the first half. Ford won't go. That shot rebounded by Mason Ramey, and it's poked by Hart. It'll be Panther ball. And Stuart Hunt checks in for the Colonels. 27.3 seconds remaining in the first half of this Region 1B championship game here. Grant Lillard taking the ball up for Rappahannock County. He pops it out to Mason Ramey. John Mullins drives, loses it, and recovers it. Good defense coming from Grant Lillard. Comes inside. Hunter Boyce, that's a good shot. Just as time is close to expiring. 5 seconds remaining, and there's a foul call on the floor with 3.2 seconds. It'll be Grant Lillard on the call. That'll be, I believe, his second personal foul. That's the 5th team foul of the Panthers for the first half. 3.2, and that is Lillard's second foul with 0.6 of a second left. We have another foul on the floor. That'll be the 6th team foul for the Panthers. One more will make it 1-1. That's on Mason Ramey, his second personal foul. Stuart Hunt at the line, 2 shots for Alta Vista. And that first one goes. That's Stewart's first free throw attempt make of tonight. Hunt is 33% from the line. This will make it 50%. It does not. And that'll conclude a first half that sure should be forgettable from Rappahannock County. The Colonels lead 37-17 going into it. And we'll take this break, and we'll be back with you right after this. this presentation of Stanford basketball in the VHSL Region 1B Championship game. Here is your halftime report. Please ignore the bottom half, but 17-37 is the halftime score here from Alta Vista. Rappahannock County not looking too good in the first half. However, you never know what can happen in the second half. As Rappahannock County against Page County early this season was a 50-point second half, or close to 50 points at least second half, falling closely 75-72. We'll be back in about 4 minutes and 50 seconds to start the second half of the Region 1B Championship game here. Brought to you by RC Sports Network. We'll be back to you right after this. You can help RCSN celebrate its third birthday. The third birthday was on February 2nd of this year. To do that, you can share your favorite Panther moment from the last 3 years on social media and use the hashtag RCSN birthday moments. Coming to you live, it is a tough game in Alta Vista. Rappahannock County trails 17-37 here. And it is truly a tough game here for Rappahannock County. 2 minutes and 31 seconds remaining until we begin this second half of play, and it's truly a game that second half, that Rappahannock County needs to wake up and crash the boards as well as make their shots. Easier said than done, but it still needs to be done. Otherwise, it won't end well. Back to you right after this on the Rappahannock County Sports Network. And welcome back to Alta Vista, where Rappahannock County trails 37-17 of the homestanding Colonels. And we're just about ready to get the second half underway here from Alta Vista. It'll be Colonel ball to start the second half. And one thing stressed earlier, Rappahannock County needs to wake up on both sides of the floor if they want to win this game. And the third quarter is underway here. Colonel ball to start it. Hart with the ball. And Panther defense inside especially needs to strengthen up. John Mullins with the steal, and that is a great start. Grant Lillard rocks around, doesn't go. Matthew Pullen with a rebound. That doesn't go. Followed his shot. That doesn't go, and it'll be going the other way. But, hey, that was great defense from both teams. John Mullins to steal it, and several Colonels to enforce that the shot will not go. Jones, outside Hart, who drives in. Dawkins takes it in. Mason Ramey with the stuff at the root. Grant Lillard taking it up, gets it to Matthew Pullen. Back to Lillard. Lillard inside, Hunter Boyce to Mason Ramey. That's tipped in and stolen, and that's blocked by Grant, but that'll be going back to Colonels. And that will go to be the first points for the Colonels of this second half. Lillard to take the ball up for the Panthers. And he loses it inside. It's a jump ball call on the play. It'll be Panther ball. With 6:46 left in the third quarter of play, Panther ball off the jump ball. And it has truly been a tough game for the Panthers so far. We'll see how this second half goes, and that is not a great start for that. Jones with the points. And it is now 41-17. Matthew Pullen just inside the three-point line, doesn't go. And that's stolen away by Hunter Boyce. Great defenses. Mason Ramey didn't know where the ball was, but that's stolen away. And it'll be Hart all by himself as the defense was tricked there. 43-17 with around 6 minutes. Hunter Boyce with the finger roll inside. That drops. Hunt to Dawkins. Dawkins goes outside to Tweedy. And Hart's shot rattles around and drops. It's 45-19. Lillard, long three, doesn't go. And Mullins trying to get some defense there, but it didn't go. And that's stolen away by Grant Lillard. He's got Hunt, and there's a foul on the floor. That'll be the first team foul of the second half for the Colonels. Grant Lillard at the line for the Panthers. So Altos to foul going on Stuart Hunt, his second personal. And that first one does not go. Luke Ellis replacing John Mullins on the floor. And it'll be Andrew Duff replacing Donald Reynolds for the Colonels. Lillard with one shot remaining. And that one drops. Hunt with the ball. And Colton Ball calls ball pressure. Hunt with a three. That doesn't go. However, it stays Colonel Ball. Luke Ellis with the steal. And it'll be Grant Lillard to Ramey. What a pass and what a play. The shot doesn't go. But that certainly was a great play, and my clock wasn't running. It's 4:56 on the clock. That'll be the second Colonel foul of the second half. And it'll be the third on Dawkins. Mason Ramey at the line for the Panthers. He's gone 0 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. And that stays ice cold. Alex Johnson and Donald Reynolds in for the Colonels with the addition of Randall Ford. 4:56 remaining. It is a 25-point game for the Colonels. Mason Ramey at the line for one more free throw. And that one goes, and that makes Ramey 25% from the free throw line. And that is uncontrolled, and Grant Lillard gets to it. And he takes it up. No shot, but there is a foul on the floor. That'll be the third Colonel foul of the second half, and the first on Andrew Duff. Grant Lillard at the line for the Panthers going 2 shots. And Lillard's first shot goes. That's his first attempt from the free throw line tonight. Lillard is perfect from the line. Jones gets it to, and now it goes inside. No good from Ford, and Mason Ramey will take the ball up. The pass coming from Donald Reynolds. Matthew Pullen going inside. There's contact and the foul. That'll be the 4th team foul coming up. And I believe it'll be the first on Ford. It is. Matthew Pullen at the line for the Panthers, 2 shots. And if there's one way that they can claw their way up, this will be it. First one goes for Pullen. He's 1 for 1 so far. .422 left in the third quarter of play. This could make it a 20-point game here. And it will not. Ford with the rebound, and we're going back to Alta Vista's side of the floor. About 5 seconds difference on the game clock and my clock. Luke Ellis with the defense there. That was a great defensive play there by Luke Ellis, and we're going the other way. And Ramey to Hunter Boyce, drives inside, loses it, and it'll be going the other way. Jones lost and recovered it, and now he'll get the shot that drops easily. And that'll be stolen away easily, and there'll be a foul call on the floor. Mason Ramey picking up the foul. I believe that is his 3rd personal foul. 2nd or 3rd. It is 3rd, correct. It's the Panthers' first team foul of the second half. And it'll be on the floor. Play resumes with 3:45 left in the third quarter of play. Ford, left wing. He gets it to Johnson. Johnson to Jones. Ford all by himself for a long 3 that rattles and doesn't go. It'll be Donald Reynolds to get the rebound, and now it's back to Reynolds for 3. That doesn't go. Ford to get the rebound this time. That won't go, but there is a foul on the floor. One thing I said during the halftime, rebounding is one of the critical points for the Panthers here in this game. Grant Lillard picking up, I believe that's his 3rd personal foul. It's the 2nd of the team for the half. Randall Ford and Andrew Deal on the floor for the Panthers. He's replacing Ramey. Lillard is still on the floor, though. That won't go, and it'll go to the Panthers. John Mullins with a rebound gets it to Grant Lillard. Mullins to Deal in the corner for 3. That rattles. Josh Jones with the rebound. And there will be a foul call on the floor. It'll be another Alta Vista foul. That'll be the 5th Colonel foul tonight. And this is one thing that the Panthers can take advantage of, is getting the other team in foul trouble. Heavy contact there, but no whistle. Josh Jones with the ball. John Mullins on the left corner. He drives in, gets it back to Jones. Jones loses it, recovers it. Grant Lillard on the right corner. That's Hunter Boyce inside for Andrew Deal. Deal goes off the board, doesn't go. And it's batted around. John Mullins will retain it, and he gets it to Josh Jones, who, I don't know if he tried to catch that or not, but it didn't look like it. And that'll go back to Alta Vista. It'll be Dawkins. And now Jones. That's stolen away Grant Lillard. That's one thing Grant Lillard is good for, of the many things. And there's a travel call on the floor. It'll be Alta Vista ball with 2:18 left. Hart gets it to Dawkins inside Hunt. Now it's Hart again for the shot. Grant Lillard gets it to John Mullins. Mullins takes a three. That rattles home! And it is now a 23-point game. Hunt takes it inside. Good offensive plays from Hunt. That rattles and goes. Grant Lillard looks to the left, finds Deal. Deal could have taken a shot and didn't do it. Instead, he gave it to John Mullins. Now Deal goes inside. Hunter Boyce, and that's not a good pass from Boyce. Dawkins, that's Jones on the shot. Nearing 1 minute in the third quarter, 54-27. Mullins, three-pointer. That splashes home. And that's one thing the Panthers can take. If they can buy it, they'll get it. And the Panthers have a lot of ground to cover in these remaining plays. That shot doesn't go. Hunt. That one doesn't go. Tip back doesn't go. And Grant Lillard will pick it up with 32 seconds left in the third quarter. That's blocked away. John Mullins, right corner, no good. He picks up his own rebound, though. And that off the glass is good. This will likely be the last play of the third quarter. Hunt. That won't go, and it'll be Panther ball with exactly 10 seconds on the clock. And the Panthers are going for a completely different lineup. Ramey, Tyler Stringfellow, Pullen, Ellis, and Owen DeVell all check in for Rappahannock County. 10 seconds exactly on the clock here. This probably could be the last play of the game. Tyler Stringfellow picking it up. No contact there, but it will stay Panther ball. The Panthers are having a strong communication problem here. They can't even decide who's trying to throw the ball in right now, and that's costly. Because if you can't decide who's throwing the ball in, how are you going to decide who's shooting? Ramey, final play. And that goes to make it a 20-point game at the end of the third. Tough game here for Rappahannock County going into the final quarter of play here. And it has truly been a game for the ages for Alta Vista. But we'll see what happens in this fourth quarter of play. 20 points going into the final quarter. Brought to you by Rappahannock County Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. Well, a game that the Panthers didn't want to have slip between them is slowly slipping between them, as it is a 20-point game going into the fourth quarter. It'll be Alta Vista ball. And the Panthers looking for a huge spark here on both sides of the floor as the final quarter of play is underway here. Hart being double teamed. And that was great defense from the Panthers. Keeping the offense on their toes to force the timeout. What a great play there. Back now live as the Panthers forced a great play there. A timeout was called off of a double team. And play resumes here. Hart gets it inside to Dawkins. Dawkins back to Hart. And that'll be Tweedy outside. Jones inside for the foul. That foul will be on Mason Ramey. That'll be his fourth personal foul. Team's third of the second half. And if I'm Colton Ball, I want to get Mason out right now. And it's Jones at the line. 2 shots coming his way. First one drops. Coming in for the Panthers is Grant Lillard and John Mullins. Matthew Pullen and Mason Ramey are coming off the floor. And most likely it'll either be Owen DeVell, Luke Ellis, or Tyler Stringfellow managing the middle. And Jones' second shot is good. And that makes the Colonel lead even larger. Grant Lillard. John Mullins inside. He loses it, and it'll stay Panther ball. And I lost my clock feed, so please bear with me as Dawkins knocks it down off of the missed dunk. And that'll stay Panther ball. Grant Lillard taking it up to Tyler Stringfellow. And he goes to Grant Lillard, back to Stringfellow. Stringfellow loses, recovers. He takes a shot from the free throw line. That was just a bit too hard, and it'll be going the other way. Jones. That's good. My correction, his score is 60 for the Colonels. Stringfellow to Owen DeVell, and he stepped out of bounds. It'll be Colonel Ball, and it'll be Mason Ramey, Hunter Boyce, Matthew Pullen, and Chase Wharton checking in. Everyone but Grant Lillard comes off the floor. And that's a problem for the Panthers because Grant Lillard and Mason Ramey are both in foul trouble. Hart on the right wing, nearing the corner. He gets it over to Dawkins. Dawkins to Jones, back to Hart. Hunt in the corner, gets it to Dawkins. Dawkins could have taken a 3, but didn't do it. Instead gets it to Hunt, who will take a 3. And that goes off in front of the iron. Mason Ramey with the rebound. He gets it to Grant Lillard. Play resumes. Chase Wharton gets it to go. And that's Chase's first points of postseason play. Jones, that's good. Matthew Pullen from three-point land, that splashes home. And the best thing for the Colonels to do right now is just to slow down and let the clock run. The clock is their friend in this case. Hunt driving in, looking for somebody. And there is a foul call on the floor, I believe. No, it might have been a travel. It looked like a foul signal went up. Play resumes. Mason Ramey inside, back outside. Matthew Pullen fakes it to the left and goes inside to the right. That rattles but doesn't go. And it'll be Hunter Boyce. No shot, but the shot doesn't go, but the foul is present. It's the 6th Colonel foul. And the first on Ben Tweedy of the night. Hunter Boyce at the line for the Panthers. His first free throw attempt of the night. First one does not go. Boyce's second. That one doesn't go either, and it'll go to the Colonels off the rebound. Hunt on the inside, guarded by Mason Ramey. He spins and takes the shot. That doesn't go. It'll be the rebound by the Colonels, Dawkins. Now Tweedy goes inside. That doesn't go. Mason Ramey with the rebound there. And the Panthers don't need to rush too much, but just need to be smart. That shot from Grant Lillard goes. And inside 4 minutes remaining, Colonels have a 21-point lead. And there's a travel call on Jalen Jones. It'll be Panther ball. And unfortunately for the Panthers, those calls have not come to them easily. However, they'll take it when they can get it. Wharton in the corner goes inside, gives it up to Hunter Boyce. Lillard, top of the key three, doesn't go. And Lillard is stone cold from three-point land tonight. Grant Lillard, heavy defense, almost had it. And all the Colonels need to do is just let this game go. The clock just needs to run. They don't have to score or anything. Dawkins with the ball. And he gets it over to Hart. Back to Dawkins. And Hart all by himself, that shot goes. Matthew Pullen in the left corner. There's a foul call on the floor. That's the 7th team foul on Ben Tweedy. I believe that's his second. The Panthers are in the bonus. Matthew Pullen at the line, which should be 2 shots. Luke Ellis on the floor for the Panthers. The first one is good from Pullen. Pullen is perfect from this attempt. Willard with the steal, and we're going the other way. And now that's taken away by Dawkins, who barely keeps his footing. And now there's a foul call on the floor. And there is an injured Panther, it looks like. Owen DeVell replacing Mason Ramey on the floor. Or correction, that's Mason Ramey's 5th personal foul, and he is out of the game for the rest of the night. Hunt inside for the shot. Matthew Pullen for a 3 near the left side, drops. Matthew Pullen, I believe, is 2 for 3 from three-point land in this half. And there's a substitution on the floor from the Colonels. I believe it is a traveling call on the floor. Or my correction, it's not a travel call. Luke Ellis almost with the steal there. Matthew Pullen with the rebound. Luke Ellis, that rattles and doesn't go. Owen DeVille fighting for the rebound, that's not there. Ross Farmer with the rebound for Alta Vista. And that will go out of bounds. It'll be Colonel Ball with 46 seconds left to play. And all the Colonels really need to do is just let the clock run out. Ford, the shot doesn't go as it is a travel call. Play resumes with 36.5 seconds. Grant Lillard going to the right. Gets John Mullins on the left. He dribbles inside. That won't go, but there is a foul. That is the 8th team foul on the Colonels. Mullins will go to the line for 2 as it was a shooting foul. Mullins' first free throw is good. I believe this is his first attempt of the night, and I must have missed some points because it's 47. Mullins' second shot silently drops. 24 seconds remaining. That's stolen away by Matthew Pullen, but he stepped out of bounds as he had the ball. With 19 seconds left, Colby Haskins to throw the ball in for the Colonels, and this would possibly be the last play, or my correction. There's a foul on the way. That's the 5th Panther foul. It's the first on Matthew Pullen. It'll be Donald Reynolds at the line for 3 shots. The first of 3 for Reynolds. Drops. is 2 for 3 from this attempt. And he is perfect from this attempt. Lillard, 8 seconds remaining. Takes a shot just inside the free throw line, doesn't go. 3 seconds remaining. And that will just about do it for this Region 1B championship game. The Alta Vista Colonels are victorious over the Rappahannock County Panthers. And although this has been a Panther defeat, this was surely a great game for the Panthers, considering they had never been to this area of expertise for a long time. And we'll stick around because we don't know what's going to happen quite yet following the game. But final score here, Alta Vista is victorious and will be moving on to the state tournament, 69-48. Final score here from Alta Vista. The Colonels are victorious 69-48 over Rappahannock County, ending Rappahannock County's season earlier than what they wanted. Alta Vista will move on to the state tournament, which will start, I believe, late this week. Anyway, we'll take a brief break before anything else happens. We'll be back right after this. And joining Coach Stephen Madjack on the floor is RCHS Principal Jimmy Swindler and Athletic Director Courtney Atkins. I don't think they'll do a traditional trophy presentation tonight. However, it was a game for the ages regardless because the Panthers, their first time here in the region championship, possibly in program history, but most likely not. However, that'll be it from Alta Vista tonight. Rappahannock County falls to the homestanding Colonels. And the Colonels will do a net cutting ceremony. We'll stay on for that. But other than that, that'll conclude tonight's broadcast. And that will conclude our coverage of the Region 1B Championship game. The Alta Vista Colonels are Region 1B champions here in 2021. From our Big Guy Sports Network, this is Cameron Whalen saying so long until next time.